Okay, so for today I'm going to be doing a butterfly knife tutorial. It's going to be a little bit harder than my previous tutorials, but I'm going to make sure to keep it beginner friendly and make sure it will be easy enough for all of you to do. So what you're going to want to do is you want to go onto Google and you're going to want to search a butterfly knife vector, and you're going to find an image like one of these. It's just basically a vector. It's just like simple image, and it's going to be easy to trace. So this is my image right here that I've used. So you're only going to download it, and you're going to want to press 7 to go into this view, and then you want to go into your files and downloads, and then you're going to want to just drag it onto here. It doesn't matter. So now we're going to start off by making the blade. So we're going to start off by deleting this cube by right clicking and pressing delete, and we're going to want to add a plane. Okay, so we're just going to move this across here and scale it out a little bit. Now we're going to press tab again, and we're going to want to go into wireframe mode, and we're just going to want to select our plane, and we're going to press tab to go into edit mode, and we're going to press K to start outlining the knife. And we're just going to start off with the blade. If you're wondering how I'm moving around here, all I'm doing is holding down shift and then holding down my scroll wheel, and then just moving my mouse to where I want to go. It's that simple. In my next few tutorials, I will probably be I'll probably stop using knife tool and start to show you how to make other things, but for now I'll just keep it as beginner friendly as I can and keep making these tutorials. So just be careful when outlining everything. You don't want it to look messy. And we are almost done outlining the blade, but we're going to have to outline them holes in the knife as well. So I'll just scroll in and get this more accurate. Maybe like here, yeah, and then start doing straight lines. Start outlining the blade. Now obviously once this blade is outlined, it's obviously going to be very flat, so I'm going to also show you how to make it sharp and texture it later on into the video. So now once we've done that, we're going to press enter, and we've got a shape outline. So now we're going to get all these holes in it. So we're going to press K, and we're going to go here, and we're going to start outlining these bits. That's simple. And this bit isn't that hard to outline, it's very easy. Now press enter once you've done that shape. Now we're going to go over here. I'll make sure to link all the pictures I've used in the description below. If I forget, please comment and tell me that I forgot, because then I can edit the description later on. But I shouldn't forget. Hopefully not. This bit is a bit hard to outline because it is very blurry, but it's okay, we'll get it. I think for my knife I'm actually going to leave this bit and I'm not going to outline it, because I think it's just going to start to look complicated. So I'm just going to get these circles in and just do that real quick. I've messed it all up, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is with that one hole, and we'll get the handle ones, don't worry about that. But we're going to put the image transparency down a little bit because we want to be able to see our plane, and we're going to go into face select mode. So we're going to go back into edit mode. Sorry, I went into object mode just to do that on yeah, and we're going to press face select mode. We're going to delete this, and we are going to delete the rest of the plane. So we're going to delete here and here. And if you are wondering how I'm selecting two faces at once, because it just clicks off, you just hold down shift while you're selecting the desired faces, and then you can select multiple at once. So then just right click to delete. So now we have our blade outlined, and we're going to start off by with the handle now. So I'm going to go back into this mode, and we're going to go back into object mode, add a mesh, add a plane, and then we're going to scale it out a little bit. So now we're going to go back into edit mode, press K for knife tool, and we're going to start here where we left off with our plane, so it all matches up, obviously, because it would be a disaster if it didn't, and that was a waste of time. So we're gonna start off by doing a handle each, and if you know what butterflies are like, you'll know that there's a pin on them which is closed right here, and we'll be adding that later on into the video, which is preference. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I'll be showing you how to do it anyway. So now we have that bit of our handle, and we have that bit of our handle. Now we're going to press enter, and then we're going to just start getting holes in our handle. Enter that. Now we're going to start off with the circle holes. Enter that. Then we're going to start off here. This might get a little bit tricky, but we should be fine if we just start deleting the faces. Enter. So as you can see, there are some of these lines getting in the way, so we're just going to start off by deleting some of the holes we already made. Hold on, if we it's alright, it won't get in our way because we're able to just do it easy. But we'll just start off by doing this next one. Oh, not yet. And we're just gonna, this is a if you're not patient, I suggest you skip on later into the video once you have outlined the holes on your knife yourself, or if you aren't, then just skip this video and all you need to do is outline the handle like I did, because the holes are preference, not a lot. About half of the butterfly knives have them, half don't. Personally, I think it will bring detail into the knife, so I'm going to keep them on, because I want this to look the best it possibly can. So I'm going to delete this as well, and we're just going to finish off by doing these last two bits. Enter, we're going to delete these faces. And now for our last hole of the blade handle, we're gonna just do this. Just be careful on the corner a bit. And we're gonna delete that face. So now we have our handle of our knife, and we're just gonna delete these parts of it, and we have our handle now. So as you can see, that's looking pretty solid so far in my opinion. I think it's starting to look good. So I'm just gonna move this handle a tiny bit forward, just so it like fully connects, if you know what I mean. One thing like there about. Yeah, that's grand the way it is. And we're just gonna for now we don't have to trace this other bit. All we need to do is duplicate it by Shift D, and then we're going to move it over a little bit. We're going to have to rotate it a tiny bit, like I'd say about to there. And now we're just going to start moving it like so. And now we have our rough outline, so we don't need this picture anymore. And as you can see, we have our outline. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to select both of these. We're going to go into edit mode, and we're going to go and select all the faces. I'll just make sure I'm on wireframe mode. Yeah, they're all selected. And now we're going to press E to extrude like so. And now they are 3D, and we're going to do the same with the blade now. First of all, we're just going to shade everything smooth. Then in the box in the left corner that pops up, auto smooth. So it all looks pretty smooth now. And now we're going to start off with the blade. So we're going to go back into edit mode for this, and we're going to extrude the face, I'd say about to there. And we're actually going to move the whole object, like I'd say about halfway up between the handles. And if you just bear with me one moment, I'm just going to move this a bit down and rotate it a little bit. Like so. And now, if you're really into detail, I've noticed that here there is an edge part, and the edge part here should be on this side, but it's not really going to affect me. If it's not going to affect you either if you're doing this for a low poly game or like not anything serious. So we're just going to select both of these. We're going to press S and then Z to scale it on the Z axis, and we're just going to start making the blade sharper. So I'm going to start selecting these bits, S, Z, and scale these down. And we're going to do this gradually on the knife. So get here, here, and SC it a little bit. And we're just going to make the blade a little bit sharper, like that. And I'm also going to just bring in all the edges a tiny bit. So I'd say we stop there, yeah. And then we'll do the same here, just get all of them. There's probably a faster way to do this, but I'm pretty new to Blender myself, so I would not know. And we're going to select all them, SC, and scale it down a little bit. And as you can see, voila, we've got a pretty sharp blade there. So I have prepared some images. I'll be linking them in the description of the video. And we're going to go into UV editing. Oh, sorry, first of all, we're going to go into modeling. I'm going to select this. We're going to add a material and just make a new, if it ever wants to. There we go. Press here, press image texture, and I have already added one, I believe, or I might not have, so we're going to go into UV editing either way. And I have this download, so marble textures, and here it is. So that is what we're going to make our blade color. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to choose marble texture.png. We're going to go to edit mode, and also make sure you are in X-ray mode, because you want to select all the faces of this knife. So we're going to select all of them, and I am going to make my knife a mix between cyan and dark blue. So I'm going to rotate this, and I'm going to make it so it's like the color is like fading diagonally. I'm just going to make it about this big, so you can really see the color in there. And our knife this is what our blade is going to look like, which is pretty sick in my opinion. And I think it will look good eventually. So now we're going to add a texture on this handle part, and we're going to go into image texture, and I was thinking maybe this for the image, but I'm not so sure now. If I'm just gonna do some experimenting real quick. So I'm gonna select all of this, go into the other image, like yeah, and scale it up a little bit, and that will make the dots on the blade a little bit bigger. So I just want to see what that will look like. It will look like this. It's alright in my opinion, but we're just gonna use it for now. If you want to change that, just look up a texture online, choose the one you want for the handle part. I'm gonna do the same with this one over here. So we're going to go back into UV editor, select it all, And then we're just gonna do the exact same of what we did with the other one. And then there you have it, you have your knife. And if you want to add like a metallic bit to this knife, like make it look like, yeah, you know what I mean, like a metallic kind of metal shine off it or anything, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you're going to select your blade, you're going to go back here, you're going to put the metallic of it up. It does make the colour a little bit dark, but that does not matter. We're going to put the roughness down, and then voila, you have your shiny blade. And that is how you make a butterfly knife in Blender. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure to show some love on the video, because it did take me 2 attempts to make this because quality wasn't great on the last one, and I do care about quality because it's obviously there's a massive difference. You're not going to be able to see what I'm clicking. So anyways, if you enjoyed that tutorial, please show some love, and bye for now. Thank you for watching.